Israel-Iran War News Live Update. Consider the latest Iran-Israel conflict. Iran and Israel have continued their vicious, secret conflict for 40 years. Iran's asymmetric strategy was to arm and fund the like-minded axis of resistance, including Hezbollah, Hamas, Palestinian Islamic Jihad, West Bank militants, Yemen's Houthis, Iraqi paramilitary organizations, and the Syrian regime. During the war between the wars, Israel targeted Iranian nuclear experts, weapon transfers into Lebanon and Syria, and sabotaged suspected nuclear programs. These operations killed almost a dozen Iranian commanders, IRGC and QF advisors between early December and late March 2023. The latest was the April 1, 2024 Israeli airstrike on the Iranian consulate in Damascus, which killed QF operational head Brigadier General Reza Zahedi and other IRGC personnel. The Canadian Foreign Affairs Minister, Melanie Joly, accused the Israeli assault on the adjacent Canadian embassy of causing damage. On April 13, 2024, Iran launched Operation True Promise, its first frontal attack on Israel since Saddam Hussein's 1991 Scud missile invasion. Israel's air defense system intercepted most of Iran's 185 drones, 36 cruise missiles, and 110 ballistic missiles, with help from the U.S., British, French, and Jordanian air defenses and combat planes. This Iranian barrage, with claimed prior intimations to the regional Arab states and the U.S., appeared to be a desperate attempt to prevent and avoid Israeli-U.S. reprisal. Israel threatened retaliation despite U.S. efforts to avoid it, ignoring Iranian nuclear facilities, unlike in 1981 and 2007. On April 19, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's 85th birthday, the Israeli Air Force hit Isfahan, crippling the S-300 PMU-2 air defense system. The raid missed Natanz nuclear facilities, possible nuclear weapon production, drone factories, military sites, and Iranian Air Force F-14 fighters. Both sides stopped. Despite appearing to have avoided an escalation, Israel and Iran showed their willingness and capacity to directly attack each other's lands and cause substantial damage. With their own political instabilities, Netanyahu and the Iranian regime need domestic and international diversions. This might lead to intensifying proxy conflicts and conventional clashes that are quick and escalating. The U.S., British, French, Jordanian active missile defense and Saudi-UAE intelligence sharing efforts to stop the Iranian missile salvo against Israel provide a new and reliable regional defense infrastructure against Iranian kinetic attacks. Future Iranian strikes without warnings, unlike this time, would devastate Israel more. Despite Iran's downplaying, Israel's limited, controlled, and precise reprisal strikes in Isfahan looked carefully planned to save Natanz nuclear facilities, avert escalation, and expose Iran's air defense vulnerabilities. To avert further escalation, U.S. influence in Israel's domestic political-military realities led to this cautious response. Israel is unable to manage a new front due to its multi-front conflict against Hamas and Hezbollah and forthcoming elections. If Iran fails to counter future international pressure and Israeli kinetic actions diplomatically and through proxies, it may rush for nuclear weaponization, incite proxies, or close the Strait of Hormuz, costing the global economy. JCPOA bans Iran's nuclear enrichment beyond 3.5% and stocks below 300 kilograms. However, a February 2024 IAEA assessment estimates Iran has more than 5 tons of enriched uranium, enough to make 2 nuclear weapons. Western intelligence assessments put Iran's nuclear bomb production time at 6 to 12 months. This might lead to renewed anti-Iranian strikes, Iran's nuclear weaponization, U.S. involvement, a stronger Sino-Russian embrace, and an irreversible escalation spiral. An uneasy election year, an explosive Europe due to the Russo-Ukrainian crisis, a boiling Indo-Pacific, and Israel's worldwide criticized terrible extermination in Gaza would make the U.S. keen to avoid a new Middle Eastern aggressive. The lone superpower balances Israeli security, dissuading Iran from becoming a nuclear power, preventing new Middle Eastern conflict in a Sino-Russian sphere, and maintaining its regional and global dominance. In this backdrop, the Middle East and world face an uncertain future.